Hello, I'm Joseph with Daytech. I'm going to be going over how to set up an acetylene oxide torch. Okay, so the first things that I'm going to be going over is the bottles. So we got an acetylene bottle, which is going to be black, as you can see here. And you got your oxygen bottle, which is either going to be green or orange. In this case, it's orange. Now, some of the basics to know as far as which one's which whenever you're getting to do it. Acetylene is always going to be a red hose, and oxygen is going to be a green hose. Now, the acetylene is a left-hand thread, spreading all the way across, so you can't mix them up. So you really want to keep them separated, and you never want to mix them up so you don't create unnecessary flames. So whenever you're starting and setting up your torch, first things you want to keep in mind is you want to do the oxygen first and then the acetylene, and you got to keep the bottles also straight up. If they're not up, then it can unsettle, especially the acetylene, it can unsettle it and cause it to ignite and explode. So you just want them straight up, you never want to knock them over, and you want them chained. If they're on a cart like this, they have to be chained to the cart. If they're on the wall, they have to be like those ones over there. Then they got to be chained up, or in that case, secured so that they can't fall over. Now, whenever you're setting it up for the torch, you want to open up your oxygen all the way. As you see, the pressure's going up there. So you open up your oxygen all the way, and you keep going until you feel tension like that right there. And then you're going to come to your torch. Now you got 3 valves here. The left one is your acetylene, as you see by the red hose. Right one's oxygen. Now this is for your oxygen for your cutting. So this will release all the pressure. This is the fine tuning the pressure so you can get your flame started. Now whenever you're setting your pressure on here, on the low gauge, set this down. For normal cutting, you want it between 20 and 40. Most thinner metals, like what you'd be working with, you want it to be around 20. Now, going over to the acetylene to set up the pressures in this, you only open this about a quarter turn, so like that. As you see, it's already jumped up on pressure. For some reason, it's already set there. But you decrease it and you complete it off by opening that up a little bit. And as you see, it's like it went down. So then you want to make sure it goes all the way down, so you open it up. It's as low as it's going to go. You can close the acetylene back up. Now, like I said, we're going to set the oxygen, so we'll set it so. See here, right clockwise the increase, counterclockwise the decrease. The acetylene is the same way. And the first gauge here is always going to be your high pressure, and then the second gauge is going to be your working pressure. So this is the pressure that's actually going through the line. This is how much pressure is in the bottle. It's the same exact thing on the acetylene bottle, so you want to be sure that you have the pressure set properly before you even start. So for normal cutting, you want this around 20 to 25 for up to an 1/8 inch thick steel, and you want to set this to 5 to 8. So we're going to set this to 5 just to be sure. And now once you set it, as you see that that's on 5 now, you want to open up the oxygen hoses here. So the first one, you're going to open up this one all the way. So open it all the way to the left. You got it a little tight there, and then to get the proper working pressure, as you have that set up there, you're going to take this and you're going to open this just a little to make sure that the pressure, just like that, the pressure stay the same, so that's good. And you're going to do the same thing here for the acetylene. See right there, drop just below 5, so we'll increase it just a little bit. And now we got to work in pressures. Okay, so now that we have the torch actually set up, we're going to go over some safety equipment. You want some sort of goggles. I'm using a welder's helmet, but if you have just dark goggles, that'll work extremely well as well. And you want to do that for whenever you're cutting because the flame can get very, very bright. Another thing you're going to want are gloves. You want a good pair of leather gloves. Water gloves work just fine, which that's what I got right here. So we'll get started. The acetylene will burn between 55 and 5800 degrees, so you really do want to keep yourself well protected whenever you're working with it. So I got this up. You're going to take this, you're going to keep the hose behind you and keep the flame away from the bottle because obviously you don't want it to blow up on you. So with that, keep the oxygen open, crack your acetylene about a quarter turn. You should be able to hear it coming out. You're going to take the igniter and you're going to pop it. So first, there we go. So it's going away, you're going to adjust your oxygen. You're going to go until you get these cones right here, and a nice little cut it in. And then you're going to hit the oxygen. And once you get it adjusted there, you're ready to cut. And the technique that you're going to do is you're going to keep it as level as possible like this. And then once you're going to keep it as level as you can, going straight up and down perpendicular with it until the edge of what you're cutting starts to turn cherry red. You angle it, you hit the oxygen, and then you cut, and then you just move it right along where you're going to cut. And you don't want to go too fast or it won't cut all the way through, and you want to go too slow or you build up a lot of slag and it'll just melt itself back together. So that's the basics on cutting, and you just want to make sure that you keep with the angle on whatever it is that you're cutting. And whenever you're closing down for the day, you want to make sure that your torch is completely off. So have the oxygen closed, the acetylene closed, and you want to close the main oxygen as well. You're going to close that. And then you're going to close your bottles up. So you close it, close this, and then once these are closed, you crack the valves on the cutter as well. And then when you crack the valves on the cutter, it will bleed the hoses so there's absolutely no gases in the hoses whatsoever. And I explained that a little bit at the beginning. So just remember, whenever you're leaving for the day, going for lunch or anything like that, you want to make sure that you turn your hoses off. And that's it.